Maggie to the rescue!
Hey everybody! Maggie's here with Barbie and Mulan and a brand new flat iron, which I've actually never used on a doll, so I'm very excited today. Thank you, Maggie. You can have a seat. And as you can see, Maggie has on her jeans and she borrowed a scarf from Barbie because it's very cold out today. I think a lot of us are experiencing snow and cold and ice right now, so hopefully you're staying warm. And I have to apologize, I'm a little bit sick, so my voice is a little bit different, and I apologize for that, but hopefully we'll just mainly concentrate on flat ironing these dolls' hair today, and I won't have to talk too much. One thing I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to wash their hair in dish soap very quickly, and then I'm going to soak their hair in some fabric softener for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add a little conditioner, and then I'm going to let their hair pretty much dry all the way, but I keep it a little bit damp and see what that's like on their hair. So I'm not familiar with what's going to happen. I believe this hair is Kanekalon because it's soft and it doesn't have that sheen to it that this one does. I think this doll's hair is Saran. So she might have been maybe a holiday Barbie because I know more of the collector dolls had the Saran hair. So I want to see what happens with a flat iron with different types of hair. And both of these dolls were in my thrift store Barbie haul, and so fingers crossed that nothing too bad happens to them, but I really am just using them to experiment, so brace yourself if that bothers you, but hopefully nothing bad will happen. So wish us luck, and I'm gonna get set up. I just realized I wanted to show you a little bit more of what their hair is like before, because that's always fun to see it before. So this Barbie's hair, she came to me in a braid that a child had done. So, or at least I assume it was a child. So this is it. And I actually found this Mulan costume separately in a different thrift store, but it didn't come in the thrift haul, but I got it so she could have her outfit. And then this is her hair. It's pretty bad, actually. It's a very strange feel. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a little bit different than other Barbies I've had that have the Kanekalon. I believe it's Kanekalon hair. So like I said, we'll see. But I just wanted you to have a little bit more full picture of the before. Alright, so I washed them, soaked them in fabric softener, and conditioned their hair. And I started to comb a little bit. Mulan's is a little bit tougher, so she's going to need a little bit extra. And she had some weird bits in her hair that I've been trying to get out. Barbie's is doing a little better. Pretty smooth. So I wanted to show you that I put the Barbie down in a wrapping paper tube so that I can put her between my legs while I flat iron her hair. I was a little proud of that, so I thought I'd share it. So here is the flat iron, and this is the lowest setting for this one, and it goes up. Let's see. Was negative. Okay, so it keeps going up higher, but I'm going to keep it as low as possible. And I'm so excited that I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, but anyway, let's see. Let's start at the bottom. Again, her hair is just still a little bit damp. That was just my instinct, so We'll see if that's smart or not smart. So I'm going to just grab a little bit in an area that won't be too devastating if it just melts right away. Okay, here we go. So far, okay. I'm gonna comb it a little bit. See how that feels. I feel safe-ish. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I think. So up here it's a little bit more curly, or it's got body in it. Let's see if it'll take that out. Yeah, it seems to be doing well. Okay, I'm going to divide this a little bit better than what I did. What do you think? It's not super straight and it's still a little damp. So I think I'm gonna let it dry completely and then run the flat iron over it one more time. But I really enjoyed that. That was it was really satisfying. And now I'm gonna move on to Mulan's hair. All right, so I went ahead and sectioned her hair ahead of time, and I'm just gonna get started. Since I haven't tried on her type of hair yet, I'm gonna just do a little bit here in the back. So I think, again, this is Kanekalon. It should hold up to heat just fine. Oh, I turned it off. Okay, let's go back on to 270. This is a very quick heating flat iron, so it's already up to that temperature. That looks good. try turning the ends under just a little bit as I do this. Yep, I'm about to burn it. Uh-oh. That looks like it burned it a little bit. Do you see that? Oh, I see why. Look. I heard that this will happen with this particular brand, that your fingers will hit it and it'll go up. So I did. I just burned it. Well, that's a lesson learned. See it? It's not too bad. It's just a little part, but it's enough to be a little upsetting. Again, it's not super tragic, but you know, I still wish it didn't have that little line there. And of course, that had to be the top layer, right? So it feels like a little bit more knotty. I'm going to see if I can sort of comb it out. It's probably just permanent though. You know, it's melted plastic. It's not a state that you can change, I don't believe. Let's see if it's back down. Okay, so it's back down to 270. So keep that in mind. If you have a hot iron, don't accidentally hit the button so that the temperature goes up. When I read reviews of this flat iron, that's what they kept saying, that you can accidentally, because it's right where your hand is. Still looking pretty great. But that's why it's good to experiment. And that way, if you're working on a doll that really is a expensive collector's item, then you just really keep an eye on it. Well, I'm gonna leave her. She's a little traumatized now, so let's leave her over here for a minute. And then I'll work a little bit more on Barbie's hair. I think this takes a lot of time and patience and experience, where you just get used to what works and what doesn't, which is pretty much good advice for everything in life. She has a lot of split ends. I think it really does make the hair really like shiny. Well, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I think I'm going to trim her ends a little bit. And then after I do that, I'm going to do one more pass through. So I got this paper towel roll just for my Barbies to sit them on while I do this. We'll see if that works. So I noticed as I'm combing her hair, it's looks like there's a little empty spot right here. I have to be careful about trimming her hair because that might just really reveal that too much. So I'm just going to do a really small first layer. Let's see. Just trim just a little bit. Look how that hair is curved around under here. I'm going to try to correct that with the flat iron. Let's get it back up to 270. Again, sorry about my voice. I've been sick for many days now and I'm just going crazy. So I had to make a video even though maybe not totally up to it yet. Okay, so I'm going to get them set up for the reveal and talk a little bit about how I feel about the flat iron and conclusions that I have. So I trimmed Barbie's split ends a little bit more, and her hair is so shiny. I feel like it really responded well to the flat iron, even though it was wavy hair. And Mulan's hair is incredibly soft. It's hard to describe how soft it is. It's just very lightweight and soft. Feels really beautiful, aside from the horror of the melting incident. I think both dolls' hair responded really well to being straightened on the lowest heat setting. So what I think I learned from this comparison is that starting with straighter hair doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easier. And of course, I definitely learned to make sure the iron is at 270 Fahrenheit or less. So if you have an iron that starts at like 230, I actually think that might be the best way to go. So let's take a look at them before. And here they are after. So again, make sure your fingers don't raise the temp accidentally like I did. And I wanted to mention, though, I absolutely love the videos with the blunt cuts and the fan that dramatically moves the hair after the flattened doll hair, that this is probably more like what most of us novices will get with a flat iron, which to me is a little bit similar to a boil wash. I don't know if you agree with me about that, but which kind of makes sense since it's being put into hot water. But it was super satisfying to run a flat iron through doll hair. And I know with more patience and experience, I'll get better at it, but I look forward to using it in the future. And thanks for sticking with me through how I sound today. And be sure to tune in for more restorations and show and tells to come. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, I would love for you to join us. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.